This is One Body, One Life health tip number 2. I'm going to lay my phone down, guys, while I drive. All right? All right. So, I had to break up with food. I did. I had to literally send food. It's me, it's not you. Relationship letter. I did. I had to completely break up with it. I know my husband, he always jokes with me. He always says, you've been on this health kick for 2 minutes and now you giving health tips. He means it hysterically. If you know my husband, you know that he's a comedian inside of his airy spirit, and he means well, right? So, going back to my health tip, because I'm not going to make it long. I had to break up with food. I had to completely break up with it. I had to tell food, you and I have a bad relationship. I only come to you when I'm stressed. I only come to you as a comforter. I only come for you when I'm bored. I only come for you when I'm sitting around the house when I should be actively doing something. And our relationship is not good. We actually have a toxic relationship. So eventually you have to realize that the relationship is not going to go any further, and let it go. And I want y'all to follow me, right? So, we all know we have to have food to live and all that good stuff. So my relationship, my view of food had to change. Food is connected to so much, guys. Everything, especially family gatherings. Anytime me and my family on either side, whether it is my husband's side, which I don't like to divide it like that, but my husband's side of the family or my side of the family, the main thing that we talk about is what's on the menu, what are we eating, what do we plan to eat on this occasion. Just like, praise God, my nephew is home after 8 years. And I may have added a year or so, a month or two to it, but basically it seemed like 100 years since I seen my baby. Even with him coming, finally getting ready to come from vacation, the first thing me, my sister, and my nieces talked about is what we're gonna cook. Mama already had her menu in her mind, you know, what she was cooking. We had in our mind, we're going to definitely grill out for 4th and all of that, right? I mean, that's the first thing in the African-American community we always think of is food. And it's not a bad thing. That's in our blood. It is in our blood. It's definitely in my blood. As a Ewan, as a descendant of the Ewan family, my grandmama could cook with her eyes closed. She didn't need a measuring cup. She didn't use a measuring cup. And everything came out with perfection. I just wish the world could have tasted just anything that my grandmama cooked. Anything that she cooked. Her kids, they could cook. They can cook. My mama can cook. My aunties could cook. My uncles could cook. They all could cook. Her grandkids, we could cook. I don't know about the great-grandkids or nothing like that. But I know her kids and her grandkids, all of us can cook. But I'm going somewhere. I know it seems like I'm going a long way home. So food is connected to the African-American family, right? It really is. It's in our heritage. And it's going to always be in our heritage. It's gonna that's something that will never go away. But the way that we do it, the way that we come together, does not always have to incorporate certain type of food or the abundance of food. So I know people are probably gonna be like, girl, ain't nobody doing that. got in this mindset, and people who know me know that I've done this before. I lost 80 plus pounds before, 80 plus pounds before, right? May have been a little bit more than that. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. But every single thing that you do in life, whatever it is, starts where? In the mind. So everybody's wondering, Lisa, why all of a sudden that you're on this health kick? Why now? It's been in my mind. It's been there, but life kept lifing. The pandemic hit, and that would have been a perfect time to do this health kick during the pandemic. But we were in the middle of, I don't know, I'm unsure. And being a believer, yes I am, being a believer, a Christian woman that I am, I can say that I did lose sight of certain things. I was stressed to the maximum. I wasn't necessarily eating a lot, but I found different gadgets. I became a happy planner. And if you don't know what that is, that's basically doing post stickers in sticker books for older for our women of age, not of age, but any grown folks. And it's very fun, and I still am a happy planner. I still am a happy planner. But if you just go to Hobby Lobby or to any of these stores that sell happy planners, or look online and look at a sticker book, you will see that it's a really absorbent hobby. And I don't even want to tell you guys how much I spent on happy planning. I'm not even going to talk about that, because that's not what this conversation is about. In the African American community, our relationship with food is connected to our relationship with each other. The first thing we always think of is, when we're hanging out, what are we going to eat? I want to change the dynamics of that. I want to look at it differently. Instead of saying, okay, y'all, we're going to get together. What's the menu? No. We're going to get together and we're going to walk downtown. We're going to walk 5 miles downtown. Or we're going to plan a day where we learn a different exercise. Or we're going to plan a different health kick. We can eat, but let's try a different way of eating. Let's try a different food. Let's try a different type of food. Because what I found out is, once you start incorporating a different way of thinking, everything changes. I can't tell you that I don't crave stuff, different foods sometimes. I can't tell you that I always eat clean or try to eat clean or try to eat healthy, because you have to eat something of substance, something. But I can tell you that my relationship, and I left the rest of my orange on the bed. Well, it'll be there when I get back. My relationship with food has completely changed, because I don't look at it as a comfort. It is something that I have to have in order to live. So it's not something that gets me through the day. It is not something that makes me feel better. It's not something that changes a situation from dark to bright. It's a mindset. It should not be food that does that. Because if that's what makes you feel better, that's what makes you happy, by eating a plate of ribs or something like that, which I love ribs, then you have to find another gadget. You have to find another way of thinking. So I'm just trying to change the atmosphere. Everything starts in your mind. Everything starts with the want to do it. Once your mind clicks that this is the way that things are going to be, you are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. I know my husband sometimes, he gets worried because he was like, babe, you're not really eating anything. What he doesn't understand is I do still eat. It's just that I don't eat what I used to eat. I'll eat some salmon. I'll eat a salad. And then I'll turn around and I'll eat a bowl of grapes. Or I may eat some chopped up watermelon or something like that. So he's used to me. And I didn't eat a lot of heavy food. My problem was I'm a snacker. I'm a snacker by nature. Peach cobbler, marble cake, all that kind of stuff. All the good, the good stuff, right? And that was just me. And he was getting worried. He was like, babe, you ate that whole blah, blah, blah by yourself almost, and things like that. You just sit on the corner of the bed. And I don't really feel like I was depressed, but when I go back and I think about it, something was going on because I wasn't really tired. Because for those who know me, know that I fully work from home. So I wasn't really what you call tired. It was just that I became routine. I became somebody that always was in the bed. Always sitting in the bed, watching TV, snacking, laughing, going through stuff. But now when I get off, I'm exercising. I'm getting those miles in. And I'm getting it in the house. You see what I'm saying? My environment hasn't changed. The way I deal in my environment has. And another reason why I'm not going outside, because I hate cicadas. Now, if the cicadas weren't out there, I probably would be walking like half of my miles on the inside and half of them on the outside, right? I probably would switch it up a little bit. But for right now, I'm good with strolling in the house. I really am. But my whole point is, guys, we got to change our relationship. If nothing showed me that the African American community needs to change their way of thinking and their way of handling life, period, is the pandemic. We had so many people with underlying situation, medical conditions, that it was unfounded. Some people had medical conditions they didn't even know they had until they got COVID. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not a very unhealthy person, by no means. I really am not, and I thank God for it. But I'm someone who's always been on the thicker side of the scale. But because I've always been like that, that doesn't mean I have to stay that way. I do have to give my sister-in-law her accolades, because she is the one that she changed the game, y'all. I lost 80 pounds before she started, me and my husband got married, right? It's really that year that my husband came and we got engaged and all that I lost the 80 pounds. And that's not why we got married, because he knew I was a thick woman when we got together years before, but I digress. But my sister-in-law, she changed the game, y'all. I may not ever hit the gym. I may not be somebody that's big on hitting the gym and all that kind of stuff, because it's gonna sound funny, but I am introverted, so I'm more of a private exerciser. I'm not somebody who's in the open exercising. I really don't like that. So I'll get my miles in, but most likely it will probably be in a private setting or walking, and walking by myself or whatever is my peaceful moment. Is walking off the day, getting that stress of the day off of me, and really feeling good about that. So all I'm trying to say to everybody is, it is a choice that we make. Every single thing, you have to be intentional, because we are conditioned to continue to do the same things over and over again, right? But in order to ignite change, you got to be willing to do something different. I know that's very clichéic. I know that's something that you probably heard a million times, but it is very, very true. It is so true. You have to be willing to change your family dynamics. Yeah, when we go over mama's house, most likely we're going to eat good. That's just going to happen. It's just a given. But that doesn't mean after we eat good, that we all don't get up and maybe go walking for 30 minutes. You see what I'm saying? It's all about how you do it. It's all about how you do it. You got to change your way of looking at things. Change your way of thinking. Because I got to tell you, guys, I feel better than I have felt in years. And not that I felt terrible or horrible or anything like that, but when you start introducing exercising and start eating different, your whole view on everything changes. Everything. The way you handle things, the way you process things, the way you look at life, the way you see certain things that you could be doing differently. Everything starts to open up when you start changing that whole trajectory of how you live and eat and do things. And that's where I'm at. So Health Kick number 2 for One Body, One Life. Healthy is my goal. It all starts in the mind, and we got to change our family dynamics by introducing exercise into the family atmosphere. There we go.